Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udiraye. Nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya. Bhagavati uttama shloke bhaktir bhavati naishti. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya cha. Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namah. Namah Pankajanaಭaya Namah Pankajamaline Namah Pankajanetraya Namaste Pankajagrahe. Namo Mahavajanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gaurakishe Namaha. Namo Brahmanyaya Devaya Gau Brahmanahidaya cha. Jagadvitaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Namo Vishnupaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paśyed Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. That's very action. Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu. Okay. Another Bhagavadgita session. Yeah. So last session we have seen, that before last session, the previous session, that is 2 weeks back, we came to know the problems. The main problem is desire. The material desires what we have, and that is the main problem. And once the material desires are fulfilled, it increases greed, and if they are not fulfilled, it increases anger. So how to solve was the question, and mainly our Praveen Prabhu, I think Praveen Prabhu and Sneha Mataji, they were then what is the solution they asked? So for that, in the last session, we came to Krishna gave a conclusion that we should convert our material desires to spiritual desire. Tell me one material desire which can be convertible to spiritual desire. Before coming to satsangs, you might have material desire. Now the same material desire, how can we convert that to a spiritual desire?
Spacious 4 BHK to host satsangs.
Yeah. So earlier the material desire, I think I already have given an example of the devotee who was taken a flat, right? Was taken a flat and he wanted to have a bar setup. But unfortunately, after taking flat, he came to KC. Okay, so earlier the material desire was to have a flat, and in that there should be a bar lounge room where multiple brands of whiskey, rum are there. I don't know what are the brands, Black Label, Kingfisher, Anything else to do? So all these brands he wanted to have. So that is before coming to KC. But after he took the flat, after he created a bar lounge room in his apartment, he came to KC and he followed the philosophy and he liked Krishna consciousness and he stopped drinking itself. Then the same place what he wanted to have his bar lounge room, he made it as a altar. He made it as an altar. His name is Srinivas Sale. I don't know if he's, yes, he will kill me I think, but still. Srinivas Sale. He's a I think vice president in Wipro. He stays in.
That's the best income.
Yeah. So he's a vice president in Wipro. He stays in Lansing, Italia.
We came once to Patel.
Yeah, he came. Yeah, you were there right on that day. Yeah, he's the same devotee. So like that, that is one example. For example, I'll say what Bhagavad Prabhu mentioned. Earlier I used to have a desire of 2 to 3 bedroom flat. That's a material desire. Now the same material desire can be converted to spiritual desire by hosting satsang. What others? Kids, come on. Kids. I'm expecting some example from kids. Yeah, Darsh.
The desire to want to buy a new laptop for
Playing games.
making something for satsang.
That is spiritual. So earlier your material desire was to take laptop to play video games. Now the same material desire can be converted to spiritual desire by preparing of posters or preparing some Krishna related messages, or you are hosting kirtan, this thing, right? So Sanjay Prabhu is stock for kids kirtan, this thing. So that's good. Any other example?
Earning money and distributing Bhagavad-gita.
Yeah, earning money was the material desire earlier. Now the same material, now the same money you are using to distribute the Bhagavad-gita. Yeah, that's a good example. So like that, in the last session we have seen that because any material desire can be converted to spiritual desire. I mean, I know you have taken simple example, but
But the means should be good.
yes. Dharma, yeah.
Yeah.
Dharmam tu sakshat bhagat pranitam. Okay, so that's what I forgot her name. What's her name? She told me. Kundana. I think it will take some time to remember. If she frequently comes to satsang, I will remember. Kundana, did you get the question? Did you understand the question what I asked? Did you ask? I will repeat for you. Okay. What's your elder sister's name? Riya. Riya, you understood the question? Can you explain to your sister? I repeat. We have material desires, right? Now I want chocolate. I want chocolate, mummy. Is it a material desire or a spiritual desire? Chocolate, yes. I want chocolate, mummy, at any cost. I want chocolate at any cost. Is it a material desire or a spiritual desire? Sure. Now, same desire, how it can be converted to spiritual desire? Think. Don't give any tips. Don't ask your mom. Don't ask your sister. You try. That's okay if you are telling wrong also. The greatness of the satsang is there is no punishment for giving wrong answers. How can the same activity be converted to spiritual desire? Ten seconds left. If you are not able to tell, I will tell. Or your sister will give option to tell. Sister, no, not you. Let me give option to Riya. Or you are not able to tell? Okay, come on. Riya, can you? Offer it to Krishna. Offer it to Krishna as a bhoga and eat. But avoid chocolates which have caffeine. There are some chocolates which have caffeine, right? Caffeine.
and coffee.
Huh?
Coffee.
Coffee also sometimes. So avoid those kind of chocolate and offer it to Krishna and have a prasadam for yourself. When you offer something to Krishna, it is bhoga. It is not prasad. After it is offered as a bhoga, then it becomes prasad. So you should not say that I offered prasad to Krishna. It is I offered bhoga to Krishna. Then it becomes after bhoga, after Krishna eats it, then it becomes prasad. Okay? So that's what we discussed in the last week, that whatever the desires are there, we should convert our material desire to spiritual desire. Plan for it. It's not, we have taken a simple example. There might be, for example, someone wanted to marry. Someone wanted to marry. Marry properly as per the Shastra rules, marry and have good Krishna conscious kids. Right? So that's what it means. And even in the last session we have discussed about the difference between the Devatas and Krishna. Right? Devatas and Krishna. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutai Stunvanti Divyaistavai Vedai Sangha Parakrama Parishadai Am Samaga. The difference is all the whatever the demigods are there, Devatas are there, they are the representatives of Krishna. So that's what is being told. That's what we insisted. Now here our shloka starts from 4.15. Okay, so here it is. So demigod worship for material assets or Krishna worship for returning. Which one do you prefer? Demigod means Devatas. Devata worship for material desires is better, or Krishna worship for returning back to Godhead is better? Priya, yeah. Which is better? Devata worship for material assets is better, or Krishna worship for returning back to Godhead is better? Since you are sitting in satsang, we are saying like that, right? No, but first one is better, no? You can get whatever you want, Ferrari, Rolls Royce. Devatas will give. They will give four bedroom villa. No, why? You don't like? You don't like villas? Why? Okay, that's good. If you're not liking, that's good. Okay, now coming back to our 4.15. Who wanted to read the 4.15 shloka? Okay, let us try to, Mahek Mataji is there, right? I forgot. Come on, go ahead.
evaṁ jñātvā kṛtaṁ karma purve api mukṣuभिः kuru karmeva tasmatvam kuru vai purvataram kṛtaṁ.
Okay, let us do it together. Evaṁ jñātvā kṛtaṁ karma purvairavī mukṣuभिः kuru karmaiva tasmatvam purvaiva purvataram kṛtaṁ. Translation by Divine Grace Śrīla Prabhupāda ki. All the liberated souls in the ancient times acted with the understanding of my transcendental nature. Therefore, you should perform your duty following in their footsteps. Now, I am going to ask elders now, especially Prabhujis. In your journey, not about Krishna conscious journey, in your entire life till now, have you seen any person whom you know who has considered someone as an inspiration and in his journey he almost became him? Let me give an example. For example, in your college days, your friend might be aspiring for becoming a politician, and he was having some role model, and in that role model he became a college president, youth president, and he was conducting rallies, and literally he became him. Have you faced anything like that? Anyone like that in your life? Especially to Prabhujis. Anyone? Or it's not only to politics, anything. For example, someone is aspiring for becoming an actor, or aspiring for becoming a singer or a dancer. If he becomes a dancer, means he will be having some idol, some probably Britney Spears. Singing means Asha Bhosle. And similarly, what are the aspirations they have? If not, they have not become exactly that, but they have almost become them. Have you seen them like that in your life, anyone?
Yeah, the singer, in Bollywood, the singer is means not spiritual. Kumar Sanu.
Do you know him?
Means everyone knows him.
No. I'm asking in your life. Kumar Sanu is known to everyone, but
Personally,
Yeah.
personally in my life, exactly like
Because for example, you wanted to become a businessman, then you might be having someone as a idol. अरे ये अल्टीमेट व्यापार वेत्ता है, मैं इसके तरह बनना चाहता हूँ. और उस बनने के इसमें कोई एग्जैक्टली वो नहीं बन पाए, लेकिन कोई कुछ छोटा मोटा व्यापारी वेत्ता तो बन गया है. समझ में आ रहा है? सो समवन यू आर टेकिंग, किसी को तो आप लक्ष्य मान के चल रहे हो, पूरा लक्ष्य अचीव नहीं किया होगा, लेकिन कुछ ना कुछ तो बने हो उसी लाइन में. So Krishna is trying to say here, all the liberated souls, because the point what I'm trying to say here is, whomever you are taking as an idol, you are slowly going to acquire his nature. His nature you are trying to acquire. For example, if a person wanted to become a dancer, and Britney Spears या Michael Jackson is his role model, automatically उसका nature आ जाएगा. कहीं भी अवकाश मिला तो डांस करने शुरू कर देगा. I mean, that nature he embeds, right? So similarly, what he is saying, Krishna is saying, all the liberated souls in ancient times acted with this understanding of my transcendental nature. Therefore, you should perform your duty following their footsteps. So मेरे को क्योंकि ना बचे कुछ जिसको भी आप आइडल समझ रहे हो, उनको आइडल समझने से इस भौतिक प्रपंच से मुक्ति मिलने वाली नहीं है. ओनली कृष्णा का नेचर अगर अंडरस्टैंड करोगे तो कृष्णा की तरह आप भी इस मिडिल वर्ल्ड से, भौतिक प्रपंच से दूर रहोगे और उनका नेचर एक्वायर करोगे. राइट? You know, right? When iron is put in the fire, automatically the qualities of fire gets into iron also. You know that, right? Similarly. So it's not only for middle, even that's what Krishna is insisting, that please act with this understanding of my transcendental nature. That's the point he is trying to say. Okay? So all the liberated souls in the ancient times acted with this understanding of my transcendental nature. Therefore, you should perform your duty following on their footsteps. So understanding how I have acted without being bound. Previously, persons like Janaka performed karma in order to promote it with people. So, whatever the action Krishna does, is he bound by that actions? But अपन जो action करते हैं, there is every possibility that we are getting bound. We are getting bound. For whatever the action you do, whatever the non-Krishna conscious activity you do, you are bound. अगर अच्छा भी काम भी कर रहे हो या कुछ गंदा भी काम कर रहे हो, उसका तो रिएक्शन होना ही होना है. That's what he is insisting. So my students, Krishna is saying, मेरे students विवस्वान मनु who followed the teaching, performed nishkama karma, you also should indeed perform action and not renounce action. If one is impure in heart, one should perform these actions to purify the heart, which lead to jnana. If one is impure in heart, one should perform these actions to purify the heart, to get that knowledge. And if one is already pure, if one is already Krishna consciousness in heart, one should perform the action to teach others. Have you seen devotees around you where they wanted to, they can't stop giving, inspire you. कितना भी रोको वो stop नहीं कर सकते हैं. Have you noticed devotees around you? I don't want to take names. कितना भी बोलो वो रुकेंगे नहीं. बस they wanted to give the joy what they got, right? दिखते हैं ना? Priya, right? Priya, what is your favorite restaurant? Favorite restaurant you visited recently? Come on. You don't know the favorite restaurant? No? Your mom doesn't take you to restaurants? Then you are not remembering. Nervous, huh? Next Mata ji, आपका favorite restaurant? हाँ? Kate masala. मसाला.
North Indian.
Okay. So बहुत अच्छा मिलता है क्या उधर? अच्छा मिलता है ना? तो अच्छा मिलता है तो कि किसी को बोला क्या? ठेठ मसाला अच्छा है क्या? जाओ करके बोला किसी को? नहीं बोला? तो अच्छा नहीं है. अच्छा है तो बहुत बोलते. मैं तो अगर कहीं मुझे अच्छा लगे तो कोई बिना पूछे भी मैं जाके बोलूँगा आशीष प्रभु उधर जाइए वो बिंदास है प्रभु जी वंडरफुल है बिंदास है प्लीज जाओ.
I think it's my father's.
Huh? Your father's live. So, huh? Sattva. So whatever. The thing is, the point I'm trying to convey is when you see something interesting or enjoyable thing, you try to, without even asking, you try to propagate, right? Similarly, ones who enjoy the Krishna conscious journey, they can't stop themselves in giving, whether you listen or not, you should listen. Right? So you should be around that kind of people, that kind of devotees. So that's the point he's saying. If one is already pure in heart, one should perform the action to teach others. Teach others and try to give the taste of that enjoyment, Krishna conscious taste. You know what I mean? I don't know whether there are certainly for sure there are devotees in the satsang who, despite whether it is happy, materially happiness or materially sad, they are happy in Krishna consciousness because they are accepted the fact that this material world, it is expected. Sukha, sitoshna sukha dukkada. Happiness and sadness are a part of this material world, so it's expected. What we can do? Huh? Dukkhalayam ashashvatam. Yeah. So, Śrīla Prabhupāda says Krishna consciousness is beneficial for both these kinds of people. Not only the Krishna conscious people, but also the polluted hearts. What is he saying? Polluted hearts should take KC for gradual cleansing. Those who are not devotees or those who are not following spiritual practices, they should also try to take KC for gradual cleansing. And there are certainly devotees, satsang mein devotees hai, who are in the process, and the cleansing process happens. So others want to retire from the activities without having a knowledge of Krishna consciousness. Example, Arjuna's desire was not approved by Krishna. So, what is he saying? Others wanted to retire from the activity without having a knowledge of Krishna. Do you know in Krishna, what is the retirement age in the government office?
60.
They made it 60, yeah? Earlier, I remember my dad, he got retired at 58. Now it is 62. No. For material jobs, there is a retirement, 58 or 62, whatever. But in Krishna consciousness, is there a retirement? Why? Actually, the Krishna consciousness, as the age goes on, they have more rigorous time they spend in Krishna consciousness. That's how we should plan. I'm really happy. A lot of Matajis, does everyone know that every day at 4:30 there are a group of devotees who are going for Mangalarti? No, right? Yes. Are you going? No, you are welcome. Yes, that's a good this thing, Somewhere we need to start the process. That's what he's saying. There is no retirement in Krishna consciousness. In the material world, there might be retirement. Amaya na koduku pelli chesa. Amaya na bhajans lekara. Em bhajans lo aibraya avavu. Tarata vallu manavalu kuda cheyaliga. Manavallu muni manavallu. Okay. So sitting aloof, making a show of KC is less important. So materially free. So I think already we know this. Materially free, continue to act in Krishna consciousness so that others may follow their exemplary activities. Yeah. So basically the point conveyed is the same, that even for the non-devotees and devotees, it's good to take Krishna consciousness in both the ways. And I think you remember, for non-devotees, Krishna consciousness, what does it do? Rectification, cleansing, rectification. And for the reason for whatever the negatives happening to non-devotees is for rectification. And the reason for the difficulties happening for devotees is purification. And the reasons for the difficulties happening for pure devotees is glorification. Rectification, purification and glorification. Please, these three terms might be appearing transcendentally very difficult. Transcendentally, technically terrific words. But please understand. Try to understand these words. I forgot her name. Kundana. Do you know what is rectification, purification, glorification? Among these three, which one you know? Rectification, purification, glorification. Next week, మీ అమ్మగారితో ఇది చెప్పించుకొని నాకు మళ్ళీ చెప్పాలి. ఓకేనా? Purport by Śrīla Prabhupāda ki. There are two classes of men. Okay. Let me read out the bold ones. Those who are full of dirty things can take the line of Krishna consciousness for gradual cleansing process, following the regulative principles of devotional service. Those who are already cleansed of the impurities may continue to act in the same Krishna consciousness so that others may follow their exemplary activities and thereby be benefited. Foolish persons or neophytes in Krishna consciousness often want to retire from activities without having knowledge of Krishna consciousness. Arjuna's desire to retire from activities on the battlefield was not approved by the Lord. One need only to know how to act. Now, you know what? Krishna consciousness can be taken at any age. Do you all agree? Krishna consciousness can be taken at any age. Now, for example, Prabhuji is there behind, adjacent to Ashish Prabhu. What's your good name, Prabhu? Huh? Pandita. Ravindra Prabhu. Yeah, Ravindra Prabhu. Now, for example, what is your age, Prabhu? 68, right? Yeah, I'm sorry to ask your age in front of everyone. Sorry. So, Prabhu, now, for example, if you are getting into Krishna consciousness, what activity you can do in Krishna consciousness? At your age, what ideas are you are thinking? What can you do in Krishna consciousness at this age? What can you think of? మీరు ఏం ఇప్పుడు ఈ వయసులో 60 తెలుగు వచ్చింది. ఈ వయసులో కృష్ణ కాన్షియస్నెస్లో వచ్చిన వాళ్ళు మనం ఏం చాలా మంది అనుకుంటారు కదా, ఏంటంటే నేను ముసలోడిని అయిపోయాను, నేను ఏం చేయగలను, నేను చిన్నపిల్లోడిని నేనేం చేయగలను, నేను ఇప్పుడు మిడిల్ ఏజ్ని, నాకు బరువులు బాధ్యతలు చాలా ఉన్నాయి, నేను ఇప్పుడు ఏం చేయగలను. చాలామంది అలాంటి డైలాగ్ కొడుతూ ఉంటారు, అవునా కదా? కొడుతుంటారు. సో ఈ ఏజ్లో మనం ఏం చేయగలం, ఏం చేయొచ్చు మీ దృష్టిలో? ఏదండి? భగవద్ జ్ఞానం. ఎస్, భగవద్ జ్ఞానం చేయొచ్చు. ధ్యానం అదేంటి, మీరు ఒంటరిగా ఇంట్లో కూర్చొని భగవద్ ధ్యానం చేసుకోవచ్చు. ఇంకేం చేయొచ్చు? హెల్ప్ చేయొచ్చు. హెల్ప్ అనేది అగైన్ ఇట్స్ డిఫరెంట్ థింగ్. ఎస్, దట్స్ ఎ గుడ్ యాక్టివిటీ. బట్ there I have seen so many devotees who came in Krishna consciousness late in their life. To be not even 68. I have seen devotees who came to Krishna consciousness at the age of 75 to 80, where they are completely acceptable to Krishna consciousness, but they are having a lot of enthusiasm, but they are not in a situation to do because their body is not supporting. I've seen Leela Prabhu's father, Namkeshwar Prabhu. I've seen him. He was having so much enthusiasm, but his body was not supporting. Like this, there are so many devotees who come to Krishna consciousness late, but in their whatever the body is permitting, they can do a lot of things. Bhagavad is one thing. They can chant. They can encourage other people who are there. Everyday meeting. I see 6 or 7 o'clock. Some all old people will be sitting together. They might be having chit chat. What kind of chit chat they might be having? Any guesses? न्यूज़. अरे इजराइल क्या हो गया रे, अरे ईरान को क्या हो गया रे, तेल्लापुर में विल्ला खरीदना. Right? But they can shift. That's what the point he is being said here. So the Supreme Lord knows all his past activities as well as those of persons who acted in Krishna consciousness in the past. Therefore he recommends the acts of the sun god who learned this art from the Lord some millions of years before, and all such students of Lord Krishna are mentioned here as past liberated persons engaged in discharge of duties allotted by Krishna. Previous Acharya steps have to be followed. No modernization required in their teachings. Like millions of years ago, we had same problems we have now: birth, old age, death, and disease. These are the common problems we had billion years ago, now, and future. Yes or no? Sure? Right? At least we are in a better state than future. Earlier, at least they used to say for 1000 years or 100 years guarantee. But now there is no guarantee. And future, there is no guarantee. Bhavishya Puran says in the end of Kali Yuga, maximum age a living entity can live is only 25 years. 25 years. I'm sorry, I'm really sorry for sounding very pessimistic. But that's the fact. Okay? Follow the successful to be successful. And who is the most successful? Supreme successful? Krishna. So if we follow Krishna, we will attain his nature also. That is, no material body, spiritual body. Right? That's right. So by not renouncing work, rather renouncing the attachment from work, you will rise above the material entanglement. This is how people in the past have been successful. Knowledge about Krishna will purify and has purified and delivered people in the past. Krishna is telling about himself because Arjuna asked in verse 4.5, from next verse, karma yoga is starting again. Bhakti is time-tested way to gain liberation. Okay, so yeah. So now 4.16 to 24. Acting in pure devotional service is akarma, free from reaction. This is because karmic reaction is a result of fruitive consciousness and not activity itself. When does karmic bondage occur? When does karmic bondage occur? Actually, these terms fruitive action and fruitive consciousness, they might be sounding very technical, but are you understanding the meaning behind it? Everyone? Is there anyone who didn't understand fruitive consciousness? Fruitive consciousness. Josna Mother, good that you raised hand. Thank you. Now the thing is, seeing the same activity, how it can be made spiritual? Hare Krishna, I wanted to make this kid Krishna consciousness. This is spiritual activity. But parents, kids को पढ़ाना, kids को क्रिकेट खेलना, kids को नया वैभव सूर्यवंशी बनाना, kids को IIT करना, kids को IAS बनवाना, all are material desires what you have, which you could not do, and you are trying to do it through your kids. There are so many parents like that. That's a desire, and for that desire, there is a reaction will be there. With some fruitive consciousness, you are doing some action. So you have to expect a reaction for that action. That is fruitive consciousness. This activity, all this fruitive consciousness by default we are doing. Only thing is we are not knowing. But now since we are coming to satsang, we are knowing that whatever the action is being done, we are doing with a fruitive consciousness. But the same activity, perception or consciousness changes. That minimum shift is required. That is the change what Krishna consciousness brings. Whatever the activity you do, it can be made into spiritual activity. Confused chesa. Thing is, any activity, you will have a reaction. That is fruitive action. But the point is, a lot of people will not understand that. Hare chesna, పిల్లలు చేసుకోవడం తప్ప పిల్లలు చేసుకోవడం తప్పేం కాదు ఎవరు తప్పే ఉన్నా ఇక్కడ బట్ ద కాన్షియస్నెస్ ఇన్ విచ్ యూ ఆర్ సీయింగ్ బికాస్ ప్లీజ్ ట్రై టు అండర్స్టాండ్ ద రియాలిటీ దట్ అవర్ కిడ్స్ ఆర్ నాట్ born devotees. Please understand that fact. Why I am saying they are not born devotees? Because they are not born from Garbhadhan Sanskar, most of them. I don't know anyone had done. We are in a situation that is accepted from here, how we can go forward. Okay? Understanding karma. Now in this section, this section here Krishna explains the spirit of akarma. You are acting and still not acting. Same action can become akarma or bhakti. That's the point he is stressing. So how karma can be seen as akarma? Earlier Arjuna says he wished to leave the battlefield. He wanted to leave the battlefield. But Krishna says you should not leave the battlefield and you should fight. And don't worry, by fighting you won't incur any sin because you are doing it for my pleasure. Any activity which you do for my pleasure is akarma. That's what Krishna says. Okay? So, but Krishna is teaching Arjuna by still being in the same thing. By fighting, you can be free from the reactions of the battlefield, which means you are going to get the same result what jnanis are getting. So don't give up your duty. That spirit is what Krishna is going to teach, which is very important for all of us. All of us actually. Kids, when they are studying, with what thought they have been studying, I don't know. Adya, क्या मन में रख के आप पढ़ रही थी 10th class? कुछ तो गोल हुआ होगा ना, टू गेट गुड मार्क्स. किस लिए? मार्क्स किस लिए? गुड मार्क्स किस लिए? ठीक है, गुड मार्क्स आ गया, फाइन. उसके बाद next exam. Okay. So that's what somewhere, you know, we have a, for example, now let us take the example of Adya. She's written an exam for getting good marks, for getting some position in, like for example, she wanted to become a CTO. She wanted to become a CEO of a company. Himanshu Prabhu एक नया company डाल रहे हैं. So tomorrow she will become a CEO. That might be the aim, right? That's a good aim to have. But now the same thing, same activity, I wanted to serve Krishna with my post. I want the CTO बोले तो वैल्यू, वर्ड्स का वैल्यू रहेगा ना. अगर मैं आके कुछ बकूंगा तो वैल्यू नहीं रहेगा. CTO बोलेगा तो वैल्यू रहेगा, राइट? ऐसा ना होता है. कोई कुछ पोजीशन आने के बाद कोई कुछ बंदा इवन गंदा भी बोले, अच्छा कविता है ना, कोई बंदा कुछ गंदा भी बोले वो चल जाता है. Getting my point, right? That's the point. So same result. So it's important for all of us. So why? Because whatever situation you are in right now, as a grahastha or brahmachari, etc., all have material responsibilities for sure. Don't you think sannyasi maharajas or brahmacharis don't have material responsibilities? Don't have? Come on. They have material responsibilities. You have so grahasthas बोले तो आपको मालूम है ना कौन है? उनको material responsibilities है ना. So you are thinking brahmacharis को होता नहीं है? उनको भी होता है. They need to take care of their parents, right? They need to take care of their parents. They need to call them. They need to serve them. So सभी को material duties है. But Krishna is teaching how can you be free from the results of the reaction of those duties and all. So anyone here got a doubt or question in your mind in your little journey in this life that I think I should retire little bit from material this thing and I should थोड़ा ज़्यादा Krishna consciousness में concentrate करना है. कभी thought आया? Please lift your hands who got that thought. So rest of them didn't get thought. So that means whoever have lifted their hand, at least they are in a right track. They are in a right track. That thought should come. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is one of the acharyas in our lineage. He says this thought is something to show that, of course, you might not have perfected it. At least if you got that thought, means you are in a right track. You are in a right track. That's what Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says. Okay. So let us go to 4.16. Understanding karma on a platform of dana. Yeah. Let us do this together. Kim karma kim akarmeti kavayo pyatra mohita tatte karma pravakshami yajñātvā mokṣasya subhat. Translation by Śrīla Prabhupāda ki. Even the intelligent are bewildered in determining what is action and what is inaction. Even intelligent. Now I shall explain to you what action is, and knowing which you shall be liberated from all misfortune. Even the intelligent people also don't know what action is, what inaction is. What is our general English meaning? Mataji, what is the general English meaning? Action, inaction meaning? I think Riyan Prabhu will tell this. Yeah, Riyan Prabhu. What is the meaning of action and inaction?
Action means to do work and inaction is
To be lazy. To be lazy. Yeah, that's good. That's good. And inaction is no action at all. Due to laziness, no action at all. Okay, that is a general meaning. But Krishna here makes an attempt to explain this action and what is inaction. So let us read this. Purport by His Divine Grace Śrīla Prabhupāda ki Jai. action in Krishna consciousness has to be executed in accord with the examples of previous bona fide devotees. For this reason, the Lord decided to instruct Arjuna in Krishna consciousness directly. Because of the direct instruction of the Lord to Arjuna, anyone who follows in the footsteps of Arjuna is certainly not bewildered. Dharmam tu sakshat bhavat pranitam. No one can manufacture a religious principle by imperfect speculation. One must follow in the footsteps of great authorities like Brahma, Shiva, Narada, Manu, the Kumaras, Kapila, Prahlada, Bhishma, Sukadeva Goswami, Yavaraja, Janaka, and Bali Maharaj. All these are Mahajans. How many Mahajans are there? 12 Mahajans are there, yes. By mental speculation, one cannot ascertain what is religion or self-realization. Therefore, out of causeless mercy to his devotees, the Lord explains directly to Arjuna what action is and what inaction is. Only action performed in Krishna consciousness can deliver a person from the entanglement of material existence. Additional examples from Parampara. So Krishna never said to Arjuna that you should sleep and I will do your work. He said that you work and offer it to me. This is akarma. He stated Arjuna, you please do your work and give it to me. Don't worry about the result. Ippude amma cheppindamma. Nitya Priya, sorry. Priya. ఏంటి ఇవాళ అడుగు ఏంటి ప్రభుజీ ఏంటి ఇవాళ ఇలా అన్నారు ఏంటమ్మా దాని మీనింగ్ అన్నాడు. Give your best, because it's a wonderful life lesson for all the kids, especially to kids. Please, in your education, give your best and leave it to Krishna. And when you give your best, don't expect that always success only will come. Personally, in your life also, you might have, especially elders, you might have already seen, you will be giving your best, but still you fail. Did it happen? Everyone it happened, right? But when I think Sandeep Prabhu, it didn't happen. Okay. So the thing is, give your best and leave it to Krishna. And this statement is not mere statement. It is very, very difficult when coming to practicality. Adhamavutunda? Did you understand, kids? Adhika Mataji? Please tell me, no? Do you have anything? What does she have? You only got 8 marks, sir.
A+.
You only got A+. Above A+, what is it? A++, sir?
No, O.
Huh? O is the top, huh? Outstanding. O means only you got A+. Don't worry. I will tell Srija Mataji to teach you more. But kids will face this when they become elder. You will give your best. Still you will, I don't know whether I shared this or not. BTech second year we had a data structures in C language. One subject was there, data structures in C. And data structure in C, all prepared perfectly well. And I prepared perfectly well. And once in the question paper, all 100% questions, not even a single question was there taught in our syllabus. That kind of a paper, not even one question was in the syllabus what our teachers taught, not even one question. Among the 60 students of our class, almost 30 of them didn't attempt because they didn't know, entirely different things have come, believe me. 30 students didn't write, and rest of the 30, we are chalu fellows. So, whatever the question they have given, at least it might be something near to some of the related topic what we have studied. That related topic I wrote. Related topic I wrote. So all 30 are sitting like that, and 5 or 10 students. I am not that intelligent, but I am very clever. Fox cleverness is there, right? So the fox cleverness. So I wrote almost, sir, I was taking additionals after additionals. So, almost 10 additionals I have taken. And after 3 years of exam, after 2 months, the result came, 30 people failed. No, not 30, 35 people failed, and only 21 students passed. Only 21 students passed. Only passed. We were not expecting this thing. So, when exam was over, everyone really, some girls, they got tears also. What is this? And lecturer also, the class teacher also, he was also surprised what he can do. He was also surprised what is this question paper. And again, supplementary after some time when they were written, I passed. But I mean, something, we should, when something difficult thing is coming, give your best. Leave it to Krishna. And then even if you fail, on NEET exam, paper leaked. What is there in your hand? One boy in UP committed suicide. Do you know that?
Yes, sir.
Huh? UP.
After this news.
News. After this news.
One boy and one girl.
No, I don't. I heard about only one boy. 2 people committed suicide. What is there in hand? What is in their hand? Tell me. You should give your best. And if something is happening which is not there in our control, what you can do? What you can do? Please, kids especially, please be prepared for the society tomorrow. You are going to face more hurdles than us. And this knowledge of Krishna should help you. Clear? Kids, clear?
Yes.
Sripad Prabhu? Clear? What is clear? No, you said clear.
I should be ready for future.
Yes, that's right. Okay? Yeah. So, actually, yeah, this is over. For this reason, certainly not bewildered. Yes, I think already over. Krishna never said to Arjuna that you sleep and he was over. If Krishna would be pleased, just do that work. Now, here is a small graph to understand. So, Lord Krishna explains difference between karma, akarma and vikarma. I think everyone knows, right? What is karma, akarma and vikarma? Everyone knows? Is there here anyone who doesn't know what is akarma, karma and vikarma? Please lift your hand. Sanjay Prabhu? What did you know? Karma. Vikarma. Vikarma is anything which you are doing against the scriptural injunctions. That is vikarma. Negative karma. In other words, negative karma. Okay. So here, Lord Krishna explains the difference between karma and vikarma. So why Lord explains to Arjuna? Reasons are, even most intelligent man get bewildered of this path. Most intelligent man have, and that this statement is not mere theoretical statement. I have seen PhD people also. I think I have been quoting this several times. Even PhD people also, they get misguided with this term karma and vikarma and akarma. Lot of people don't know there is something like akarma itself. They only know karma, good karma, negative karma. That's it. That's the only thing what they know. So that's the reason why Krishna explains it to Arjuna. Why he explains? Because even the most intelligent men get bewildered on this path. Another reason is Lord's causeless mercy. Because he wanted to have his devotees perfected. And that's the knowledge he wanted to give to the devotees. Is Krishna partial to people? Some people? Yes or no? Lift your hands. If it is yes, lift your hands. Is Krishna partial? Okay. Is Krishna impartial? Lift your hands. Answer is, he is partial and also impartial. Why? Why he is impartial? Yes, he wanted. Now, simple example. School. I think kṛtaṁ worked as a teacher, right? Yeah, she worked as a teacher. Now, as a teacher, she might have seen lot of students in her life, right? But has she wished that some group of students should fail? She wished all the students should pass with distinction. Yes or no? Right? kṛtaṁ as a teacher or as a headmaster, she might have been, she will desire for all her students to pass in distinction. Yes or no? But
For so many years, my students got all 100% distinction.
Haribo, kṛtaṁ Mataji ki.
Jai.
That's very good.
I
Look,
got an award and I like it.
Oh, you are a wonderful teacher. There is no doubts about it. But the point what I am trying to convey is, Tripta Mataji being a teacher or a headmistress, she would surely desire all her students to pass with distinction. Yes or no? Yes. Now, if some students, if they don't want to study, and she might have faced a lot of people like that, a lot of students like that also. But the students who are interested to learn more, they might be coming to her. After the class also, they might be coming to her and tell, Madam, this is not, I am not able to understand it, can you explain a bit more? She would be telling them more, right? Those who are interested, she will be telling more. Those who are not interested, she can't go behind them 24/7 chasing, right? So like that, in a way, Krishna is impartial to, he is impartial. He is equal to everyone. But if others are not interested, to what extent he will push? We are the little people trying to understand Krishna, trying to understand his message. So he will be partial to us. Clear? Yes, that's the point. So that's why he says, why Lord explains Arjuna? Lord's causeless mercy is the other reason. Why he explains. Now in the Lord's causeless mercy, what are the factors? Krishna directly explaining to Arjuna so that his devotees can understand. So we are taking the role of Arjuna's party. So he is giving causeless mercy to Arjuna, that is indirectly to us devotees. Another reason is, only action performed in Krishna consciousness can deliver a person. Because only action done in a Krishna conscious person doesn't bound those actions. There is no reactions for those actions which you do in Krishna consciousness. Clear? Please, Prabhuji Samaraji, it is a very difficult topic and easy topic in a way also, but please, if you have any questions, kindly ask. Only actions performed in Krishna consciousness can deliver a person. That is the reason why, in that way, Lord causeless mercy is given. Now, Lord explains difference between karma and akarma and vikarma. Here also. Can you read that red one, Mahak Mataji? Top one. It's not visible, huh?
It's not clear.
No one can manufacture religious principle in by imperfect speculation
or experimental
knowledge. That is dharma tu sakshat bhagavad pranitam. Okay. And another next one is avoid independent work. Avoid independent work. Independent work means work without not being in Krishna consciousness. Okay. So even most intelligent will get bewildered on this path. Whom should we follow? Then they will get, whom should we follow? Then the answer is, we should follow Arjuna. Because Lord Krishna instructs Arjuna. And hence we surely don't get bewildered. That's the reason. Okay? So that is the reason why Krishna insists to follow great devotees, great Mahajans. Great Mahajans, these are the 12 Mahajans what we have. That's what is being mentioned here. Yeah. Okay, so these are the Mahajans what we have, and I don't want to get into each and every Mahajan, what kind of difficulties they have gone through, right? And they have never left Krishna, they never left Dharma. Though there were so many tempting options, they never left Dharma.
This one, Manu, they say the first Manu is the Mahajan, right? Not all the Manus.
Right. First Manu is the Mahajan, yes. Okay. So here there are a couple of items. Even the wise are bewildered about action and inaction. I will speak to you always that action by knowing which you will be liberated from samsara. So that action which helps you to liberate from this material world. So following the authorities. To act in Krishna consciousness, one has to follow the disciplinic succession. Following the authorities. What is that action? To act in Krishna consciousness, one has to follow the disciplinic succession. One must follow the Mahajans. Otherwise, even the most intelligent man will be bewildered. Therefore, Lord decided to inspect Arjuna in Krishna consciousness directly. Anyone who follows in the footsteps of Arjuna is certainly not bewildered. Principles of religion are laid down by Lord himself. I think we already seen this. Okay, 4.17. So now we have spoken about three types of karma. Already we have seen pious, prohibited, and divine. That is indirectly karma, vikarma, and akarma. How to do activities which are not bound by reactions. That's fine. Now see, in our life, there might be so many situations where you will be facing dilemma whether the action what I am doing is right or wrong. Let me give a story. Now you have to tell me what that person should do. A Brahman is there. Kids, attention. A Brahman is there and he is bathing in a river out of his hermitage. And one butcher is behind a cow. And cow ran and went to his hut, Brahman's hut. And butcher with his knife, he was asking Brahman, have you seen a cow? Have you seen a cow? Now what should Brahman say? Why?
Because it's not a good thing to kill a cow.
But Brahman means they should tell truth, no? They should not tell lies, no? Brahmins, can they tell lies?
There is some like episode related to some other person, like some past life where he told and he got some reaction.
Yes. Yes.
Life is the root of righteousness.
Yes. So Brahman got a dilemma. I am a Brahmin, I should tell the truth. But this truth is, higher truth is there where I need to save the Gomata. That is a higher truth. So sometimes in our life, we only see few truths or few causes, but there might be a supreme cause, and the supreme cause might be Krishna. Not might be, he is Krishna, but their immediate cause might be Maya Devi or nature, Mother Nature. So in your life also there would be situations, I am doing right or not? Am I doing taking the right step towards dharma or not? The dilemma would be coming in your lives. And I think already by now you might have already got. And in future you also will be getting. So that's where you need support of Guru in your lives. So Guru's role is very important. Okay? So that's the dilemma what we have. So now let us go to 4.17. Yeah. Mahajan, yes. Very good question, Prabhu. Probably, to be frank with you, what is the criteria for becoming a Mahajan? There is a reference, Prabhu. I am not able to recollect right now, but there is a criteria, Prabhu. I can get back on this. What is the criteria for being a Mahajan? I can get back to you. Yes, he is also one Mahajan. Yes, Yama, Bhima is also Mahajan, yes. Bhishma.
Greatest devotee.
Greatest. Huh?
What is the basic criteria? Very small, like this has to be.
They are great Vaishnavas, bro. One is they are great Vaishnavas, and they have performed great pastimes even by becoming a villain. In a way, Bhishma, he is a great Mahajan, but he has took the side to prove that even great Mahajan to teach us, Krishna to teach us that even a great Mahajan, if he is taking the side of akarma, he will not be spared. Probably we are not in that stage. But if you desire, you can also become. But the thing is, can you become a villain?
Please Krishna, he took the wrong side, akarma side.
Bhishma.
Only to please Krishna.
Yeah. That's a higher understanding. That is to please Krishna, he has taken the side of akarma. But to teach us indirectly, even the greatest Mahajan, if you are taking the side of akarma, he would be.
That is what is said, like.
Not the greatest Mahajan will be down and cast.
The point I am trying to say here is, Bhishma has taken that position. Though he might have taken that position to please Krishna.
That is why he is a Mahajan. Bhajan, but then
Now other question will come. There are other devotees who have pleased Krishna. Anyway, for your question, Prabhu, I will get back with the criteria of what who can be Mahajan. I will get back to you.
Actually, that is what I think that was the case. No? Lord Krishna only told him to be on the side of gurus, so that Duryodhan's negative, because he was already because his negativity was very high, and he wanted that if this a big great Mahajan, if he goes to his side, and then that negativity will also come in for Duryodhan.
Probably there are a lot of
lead to his death.
Probably there are a lot of layers to it. If you stick on to that, the class will never end. So let us, we will discuss separately. But try to understand that. For your question, get back to you, Prabhu. And you are right, Prabhu. I am not denying it. Yeah, Mataji.
Are completely surrendered to God.
Yes.
And complete devotee of Vishnu.
Yes.
Only those who completely surrendered to God, and those who are telling in Srimad Bhagavatam, Yamaraja is complete pure devotee to the Lord.
Yes.
Who is Ajamena
Ajamena.
In that also he teaches the same thing.
Yes.
You have to surrender to God, you have to be the devotee of
Yes.
God, and you have to teach.
Yes.
So these qualities come with the
Yes. Now Sanjeev Prabhu might ask, I will show devotees who are doing it, but why they are not bhajans? I mean, you are getting my point. For example, let me tell you. Since you are asked now, let me.
yeah, exact definition.
Yeah. Here, where is Dhruv Maharaj?
Hanumanji is also not there.
Dhruv Maharaj is not there. Hanumanji is not there. Are they not devotees?
Dhruv Maharaj, he started God consciousness because of the materialism. But Prahlad Maharaj is completely with the devotion from starting onwards.
Yes.
It is from the soul.
Yes,
also.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Actually, there are. It's not only that. There are multiple parameters are there. There is a reference. Prabhu. I will check out and come back.
That's why we have to follow them.
Our aim is to follow them. We need to understand that. 4.17. Yeah, let's do this. Let us do this together. Karmaṇo hepi boddhavyaṁ akarmanascha boddhavyaṁ guhana karmaṇagyati. Translation by Śrīla Prabhupāda ki. The intricacies of action are very hard to understand. Krishna himself is saying. Intricacies of action are very hard to understand. Therefore, one should know properly what action is, what forbidden action is, and what inaction is. So here, sometimes great scholars also, it's difficult to understand, as already we have discussed. Karma. Karma is a pious activity. Pious activity and good result. Please, Prabhujis and Matajis and kids, please pay attention. Karma is a pious activity. What pious activity you remember, Riyan Prabhu? Any pious activity you remember? Tell me one pious activity you did in your little life. That's okay.
When we were going to Gauḍīya, then I fed the dog which was very hungry.
Yes. Yes. That's a pious activity. For that pious activity, good result. You got a good result. Good karma balance. Now the dog in the next life has to give something to you. Right?
You become
It's not only that way, but you did a pious activity. The point is, please try to understand. This picture shows lot of information in the same picture. For your pious activity, you did a good result. But for that good result, you are creating a bondage. You are creating a bondage. You did a good activity.
So if I am helping the soul in the next life, that soul could be related.
No. Now the same thing, had you fed the prasadam to the same dog, that would not have been a pious activity. That would have been for the pleasure of God.
Yeah, I fed it that.
Huh?
He said he's
We got some food from here.
So then that is not a pious activity. That is it. Now again, when you are doing it right, we should always have that when you are feeding someone, the prasadam when you are feeding right for animals, we should feed that the soul is struggling in this dog body. I mean, just kids try to understand this. I think it's a very practical thing what Riyan Prabhu brought. It's a usual gesture from kids. When dog or a cat come, we give food, right? We give food. But next time when you give prasadam to those dog or cat or any animal, think like this. This dog, Krishna, this dog is suffering in this body. Please help by this prasadam. Let this prasadam help to attain a good body next time and realize you and get out of this material world. Have this consciousness. Is it long? Is it okay to understand? Right? But outside people, if you say that, they will make fun of you. Who are non-devotees, when you are talking to dog, for example, kid, sorry dog, you are stuck in this body. People laugh, right? So it's a very personal thing. Very personal thing. At least don't need to say, at least you feel that inside. Krishna, please help this dog. He is stuck in this body. Please having your prasadam, please relieve him from this body and give him a good human body so that he can attain you fast. You can, with that prayer, you can feed prasadam. That becomes a, for the pleasure of God, no fruit of work, no bondage. But if you are not feeding prasadam and giving it to dog, you are going to have bondage. Clear? Everyone clear? So sinful activity, bad result, everyone knows. Akarma, for the pleasure of God, no fruit of good, bad and liberation. It targets to liberation. Now this is the graph for 17. You see, right? Intricacies of karma are difficult to understand. Confusion of Bhagavadgita. Conclusion of Bhagavadgita. Conclusion of Bhagavadgita. To know every living entity is eternal servant of Lord Krishna. Action in Krishna consciousness is free from three modes. That is the structure. Now here, why one need to understand this? If one is serious about liberation, why we need to understand this? Because if one is serious about liberation, one needs to understand distinction. And it's difficult subject matter, speculation who won't help. Learn from authorities. Learn from authorities. And Lord Krishna explains difference between karma and akarma. All this I think already we have seen it. Clear, right? So Bhakti Baladev Vidyabhushan, he says one should understand about karma, karma kamya and jnana. The truth about this is difficult to understand. If bodily activities are action and the absence of bodily activities is an inaction, then how is it that even those possessing discrimination are deluded in this matter? To answer this question, Lord Krishna reveals that there are some special considerations to understand about the true nature of activities prescribed as well as the true nature of non-performance of actions. Yes. Purport with Srila Prabhupāda ki, if one is serious about liberation from material bondage, are we serious about liberation from material bondage? Yes or no? Lift your hands. If you are serious about liberation from material bondage, who are not serious about liberation from material bondage? I think I asked the wrong question. I think Satyanarayana Mataji is not interested. Okay. So one has to understand the distinction between action, inaction and unauthorized action. To understand Krishna consciousness and action according to its modes, one has to learn one's relationship with the Supreme. To understand all this, one has to associate with authorities in Krishna consciousness and learn the secret from them. This is as good as learning from the Lord directly. Otherwise, even the most intelligent persons will be bewildered. If we think to do anything bad, our inner consciousness stops us. That is Krishna. He doesn't sanction for forbidden acts. But if our desire to perform something bad persists, Krishna sanctions it at our own risk. Upadrishtacha anumantacha means whatever we do, does Krishna like? Whatever we like to do, does Krishna like? And whatever Krishna sanctions, does he like? Yes or no? Lift your hands. Yes. Ashish Prabhu lifted. Whatever Krishna sanctions, does he like? No, he doesn't like. He may like, but there are situations. For example, someone is smoking. Krishna doesn't like him smoking, but he's sanctioning him to smoke because he likes, because the soul likes. Right? That's the point he's trying to say. It is the duty of a father. It is the duty of a father, mother, and a guru to guide their dependents and disciples towards the real aim of life. Every living entity has different bodily features, occupation, physical health, etc., which they got by the activities they perform in their past life. We take birth as Devata in first class devotee family or demon based on what activities we did in the past life. Real purpose of service is to satisfy Krishna. It doesn't matter what division you are in. If you are not doing this, you are doing vikarma. Understanding through analysis. If one is serious about liberation from material bondage, one has to understand the distinction between action, inaction, and analysis. One has to apply oneself into such analysis of action, reaction, and perverted actions because it is very difficult subject matter. To understand Krishna consciousness and action according to its modes, one has to learn one's relationship with Supreme. That is, one who has learned perfectly knows that every living entity is an eternal servitor of the Lord, and that consequently one has to act in Krishna consciousness. Is everyone understanding that we are servant of Krishna? Or simply we are in satsang? So we have to accept. Okay, everyone understand. How many of them feel that I am servant of Krishna?
I feel I also
Not always, right? Yes. Ruchi Mataji is very frank in telling. Not always.
I'll tell you one thing. I feel I'm servant of Krishna. At the same time, sometimes I feel I'm also his friend.
Good. But most of the time, we don't feel that we are servant of Krishna, unfortunately.
Sometimes I feel that it must be a childish thing, but sometimes I feel that I am a part of that Bhakti-yoga team.
Okay. Good. So Śrīla Prabhupāda says, to understand Krishna consciousness and action according to its modes, one has to learn one's relationship with the Supreme Servant of God. If you are not getting the Supreme Servant, your Servant of God feeling, then I think you should chant, you should listen, Shravanam, you should hear. Consequently, one has to act in Krishna consciousness. Any other conclusions against this consciousness and its attendant actions or vikarmas or prohibited actions. To understand all this, one has to associate with authorities in Krishna consciousness. That's what we have seen. Okay? So 4.18. Karmaṇy karmaya paśyed akarmani cha karmaya sabuddhiman manushyeshu sayukta krishta karma kṛt. Shall we repeat? Let us do this again. Karmaṇya karmaya paśyed akarmani cha karmaya sabuddhiman manushyeshu sayukta krishta karma kṛt. Translation by Srila Prabhupāda ki. One who sees inaction in action and action in inaction is intelligent among men. Very difficult. One who sees inaction in action and action in inaction is intelligent among men. And he is in the transcendental position, although engaged in all sorts of activities. Now, how many of you here have kite उड़ाया? कितने लोगों ने इधर पतंग उड़ाया? ओके, कितने लोगों ने पतंग नहीं उड़ाया? Only Tripta Mataji and Vilsna Mataji. Very sad. Mataji, Tripta Mataji, I didn't expect that from you. Yeah. Now, how many of you have observed the kite flying very closely? Since you are done. Now, when you, I think those who have not even पतंग जिन्होंने भी नहीं उड़ाया उनको भी ये मालूम हुआ होगा Now, those who are not good at flying the kite, if they see when you pull the door or when you pull the thread towards you, will the kite is expected to go down or up? आप स्पेशलिस्ट हैं इसीलिए आप बोल रहे हो. General knowledge.
But it depends on like,
No. Let me tell you. Just one minute. Let me tell you. The thing is, general thinking is, మనం ఎప్పుడైనా ఆ దారాన్ని లాగుతుంటే మన వైపు లాగుతుంటే usual assumption is it will come down, and when we are releasing the door or the thread, usual expectation is that kite will go up. Since सभी लोग आप माहिर हो इसीलिए आप बता रहे हो, but an expert kite flyer who is not expert, general feeling when he sees someone is doing this thing, he will feel that when अपन जब door वो क्या बोलते हैं थ्रेड को, डोरी है मांझा, ठीक है whatever, मांझा को अपन की तरफ जब खींचते हैं तो जनरल एक्सपेक्टेशन की उसका हाइट कम हो जाएगा और ज़्यादा ऊपर नहीं जाएगा, दैट इज द फीलिंग. और अपन जब ज़्यादा छोड़ते हैं तो वो जब ऊपर जाएगा. लेकिन एक्सपर्ट हु इज देयर ही अंडरस्टैंड्स दैट कि अपन जब when we are trying to pull it towards us, the kite will go high. So similarly in this thing he is talking about the same intelligent man. Intelligent man clearly knows what is karma and what is akarma, what is action in inaction and what is inaction in action. That's what Krishna is trying to say here. One who sees inaction in action and action in inaction is intelligent among men, and he is in the transcendental position, although engaged in all sort of activities. Purport by Divine Grace Śrīla Prabhupāda ki jai. Akarma means without reaction to work. That we know. The impersonalist ceases fruitive activities out of fear, so that the resultant action may not be stumbling block on the path of self-realization. But the personalist knows rightly his position as the eternal surveyor of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Those who are engaged in this process are known to be without desire for personal sense gratification. The sense of eternal survivorship to Krishna makes one immune to all sorts of reactionary elements. Of work. Yeah. Vedic civilization knows that ordinary man needs sense gratification, and so it tells us to do it in regulative way and minimize the activity. For human life, nothing is denied, but it should be in regulated way, and this regulation starts with 4 divisions of human society that we all know. So anyway, the kite example already you have seen. Similarly, unless one is very intelligent, he cannot understand what is karma and akarma. That is the whole subject matter of Bhagavadgita. So, karma, when there is deliberation of sinful and pious activities, then the karma comes into the picture. Sinful and pious activities where it leads to bondage, and akarma we know it doesn't lead to bondage, and this diagram is important. Again, I think it's the same point, it is being conveyed. Okay, now you know what I wanted to ask you, what is, give an example of action in inaction. What do you mean by action in inaction? And what is inaction in action? Give an example. What can be action in inaction? Which one is positive? Action in inaction is positive, or inaction in action is positive?
Inaction.
Okay.
Action.
Action in inaction is positive.
Both are possible. It depends on
Not giving the vote.
Not giving the vote. Okay. Okay. No, you are not.
Inaction in action.
Inaction in action or action in action. किसी को वोट नहीं दे रहे हैं आप.
But action तो हुआ ना उसका.
हाँ फाइन पहले पहले अपन समझने की कोशिश करते हैं क्या एक्शन इन इनएक्शन है और इनएक्शन इन एक्शन है. ठीक है, बताओ, कोशिश करो ना. एक्शन इन इनएक्शन, एक्शन इन इनएक्शन.
Sometimes we might say that we will not do this work, but it is keeping, it is going on in our mind.
Action in action means it's a negative term. Action in inaction is a negative term. Here, someone is endeavoring some action. Someone is endeavoring in an action. But why we are saying he is in action? Because Krishna is not there. Krishna is not there. That is why we are saying in action. He is doing action. Perfect example is Vishwamitra. He went with an action of doing penance. He went with an action of doing penance, and he was doing penance for quite long time. Quite long time, trying to control his senses. Trying to control his senses rather than engaging his senses, he was trying to controlling his senses. And finally, in that action of controlling his senses, the inaction occurred because Krishna was not there in the center. That is the reason why he fallen by whose presence? Miracle. That is action in inaction. Now, inaction in action is a positive term. Externally, it might be appearing that someone is not doing anything, but he is completely Krishna consciousness, and he is trying to take his dependence also in this path. Janaka Maharaj. Janaka Maharaj is said to be one of the bhajans, by the way, one of the bhajans, and also he was leading his janta or kingdom people also in Krishna conscious path, in the God conscious path, by his actions, by engaging all the kingdom in puja or all Krishna conscious services. It's very subtle provision of this. Inaction in action is positive. Action in inaction is negative. In inaction in action, Krishna is there, but in action in inaction, Krishna is not there.
This is one of the most common thing. Like, lot of people are doing lot of things.
Yes.
But they not put it. It's a very common
Yes.
thing in Kali.
That is action in inaction.
And that is what is taught. Only do your karma.
Yes.
But they're not taught to keep Krishna in between.
Yes.
So
That is simple. Action, जो कोई भी action कर रहा है बिना कृष्णा के, that is action in inaction. जो काम कर रहा है वो inaction in action, क्योंकि ना for material people bhakti when someone does it is ये क्या inaction. People, that's what they say, right? Someone మూల కూర్చొని చాంటింగ్ చేసుకుంటే ఏం పని లేకుండా చేస్తున్నారు, inaction. But actually is action. Inaction in action. Okay, 4.19. Let us do this together. Yasya sarve samārambhāḥ kāma sankalpa varjita nānāgni dagdha karmaṇam tum aho vanditum buddha. Translation by Śrīla Prabhupāda ki Jai. One who understand to be fully, one is understood to be in full knowledge when every endeavor is devoid of desire for sense gratification. Getting my point? Getting what Krishna is saying? One is understood to be in full knowledge, whose every endeavor is devoid of desire for sense gratification. आ स्टेज वस्तुना पूर्णारा कभी ना कभी वो स्टेज आएगा क्या? Do you have confidence? One is understood to be in full knowledge, whose every endeavor is devoid of desire for sense gratification. He is said to be sages. He is said by sages to be a worker for whom the reactions of work have been burned up by the fire of perfect knowledge. By the fire of perfect knowledge. Okay? So, purport by Divendra Śrīla Prabhupāda ki Jai. Because the person in Krishna consciousness is devoid of all kinds of sense gratificatory propensities, it is to be understood that he has burned up the reactions of his work by perfect knowledge of his constitutional position as the eternal servitor of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Development of this knowledge of eternal servitorship to the Lord is compared to fire. Such a fire, once kindled, can burn up all kinds of reactions to work. And yes, Publis and Madhajis, I don't know whether you have practically seen this or not, but once you get into this stage, Krishna is in full control of you. And you will also notice that Krishna is in full control of me. So do you want that stage to happen?
Yes, Prabhuji.
ఆ జోష్ లేదు.
Yes.
కృష్ణ చెప్పాడు ఆ ఫుల్ డిజైర్ ఇప్పుడు రావాలో, ఫుల్ డిజైర్ లేకుండా ఇప్పుడు రావాలో, కబ్ ఆయేగా ఆయేగా భీ క్యా ఆయేగా వస్తుందా సీతామాతాజీ వస్తుందంటారా ఏం మాతాజీ? లాట్ ఆఫ్ డివోటీస్ హియర్ ఆర్ థింకింగ్ రైట్ ఆ స్టేజ్ ఏది? వాట్ ఇస్ ద స్టేజ్? To be in full knowledge where every endeavor is devoid of desire for sensory gratification. He said by saying to a worker whose every endeavor is devoid of desire for sensory gratification. RS brothers లో కొత్త చీర వచ్చిందా? June 4th పెద్ద రిలీజ్ అవుతుందా? May 31st కి IPL ఫైనల్ వచ్చేస్తుంది. IPL ఫైనల్ కమింగ్. धुरंधर 2 अभी तक रिलीज नहीं हुआ OTT में. फॉरेन में रिलीज हो गया, फॉरेन में रिलीज हो गया, इंडिया में रिलीज नहीं हुआ. ज्योत्सना माता जी इज कंप्लीट ट्रैक. हाँ what problem? Disappointed. So with all these thoughts in mind, do you still feel that one day our every endeavor is devoid of desire for sensory gratification? Please Prabhu, कहीं तो start होना है ना. Please start. Okay, development of this knowledge of eternal servitorship to the Lord is compared to fire. Yeah. All devotees understand himself as a servant and has only one master, Krishna. He does akarma as he is free from all material desires. And I think by the little journey in your life in the satsang, you might have been already fortunate enough to see devotees who are 24/7 Krishna conscious. Are you fortunate? Have you seen devotees who are 24? Do you feel that whomever you might have seen in your little journey, they are not 24/7 Krishna conscious? No. ఖచ్చితంగా చెప్తున్నారా? 24 గంటలు 24/7 దేర్ కృష్ణ కాన్షియస్ డివోటీస్ చూసారా మీరు? చూసారా? Is there anyone who has not seen? Is there anyone who has not seen here? That's very good. Please think about them. Listen to them. Listen to them. Shravanam is very important. Pranananda Prabhu is starting a Ramayana Telugu from today. Recordings would be available from today. Please listen. Please. Karma sankalpa varjita. Everyone today is lusty after satisfying their own senses, and they are categorized as Shudras. Karma sankalpa varjita means we should not be after satisfying our senses. Our only aim should be satisfying Krishna. There is only one medicine for Shudras. Hare nama iva kevalam kalau nastaiva gatiranyatha. Okay? Ignorant people appreciate ignorant and wise appreciate wise. Give an example of ignorant people appreciating ignorant. Movie lovers talking to movie lovers. RS brothers, Kanchi Kamakshi, whatever, I don't know. Saris, what is the latest model name? I'm not sure.
Saris means all ladies.
I don't know, their latest model would be there, no? So, yeah, 4.20. 4.20. Let us do this together.
What is the path to the previous one?
Sorry? Yeah?
What is the path to that state?
I didn't get
The
it.
path to reach that stage
Ah.
where we are not
Devoid of all the.
First of all, you should desire that. Number one, strong desire. Krishna, आज मैंने सुना ये desire. That desire should be strong and you should pray Krishna strongly, and Krishna will help you do it. Krishna will help you, but you should have a sincere desire. Sincere desire. Krishna, really I wanted to reach that stage, but usually materially contaminated, lot of people don't opt. Still, they are trying to get some happiness in this material world. But if you are having sincere desire, have that desire strong, Krishna will fulfill you.
So that is why I'm asking this question. We are on this path.
You are on right path.
Somewhere over here, there, we will get
Distracted. But again, pull it back. That is a practice. Pull it back. So again, pull it back. The desire will come. Outside desire will go. फिर जाएगा. धुरंधर के पास जाएगा. वो क्या जिम को जाएगा. टेनिस जाएगा. RS brothers जाएगा. Whatever. It will go. But you need to pull back. Pull back. Prabhuji, we are conditioned. We are conditioned. Outright reject. भगवान को reject करके अपन we are special pieces. And कल जो नए लोग पैदा होने वाले हैं, वो तो अपन से भी बदतर रहेंगे. It will be more difficult for them to accept the spiritual subjects.
Can we still attain that state if we are not getting into brahmacharya?
No, yes, no. Without becoming a brahmachari or a vanaprastha or a sannyasi, you can attain. Janaka Maharaj is a grosser, we attained, right? There are a lot of devotees. I'm not talking about the devotees who are in Satyuga and all. Even in the real time also, there are a lot of devotees who are 24/7. They are grosthas. They are doing their jobs. They are allotting equally Krishna consciousness. A lot of devotees. I am fortunate, Prabhu. I am fortunate to be survived by that kind of devotees. Among all the devotees, I am the. Somehow they are bearing me. ಏನು yeah. Probably a lot of IITs, CEOs, country heads, lot of the. Luckily, I am in touch with so many the devotees. Even grosthas can attain that stage. Grosthas can also attain. It's not that only brahmacharis and all. Ambarish Prabhu is a Lloyd, sir? Ford's. He's an initiated devotee. Henry Ford. Ford CEO, Henry Ford. Ambarish, his initiated name is Ambarish Prabhu. I was fortunate enough to see him in Mayapur when we went. Almost 600 years back. A lot of devotees, Prabhu. Mafatlal brothers. They are CEOs of their devotees of.
Another side is Prabhu, they have seen that level of world, right? They have seen everything and then they are actually moving.
Yes, Prabhu.
Shifting towards it.
Yes, Prabhu. Prabhuji, now your point
We
is.
are not his way.
Prabhuji, that's the point. No, the point here, no. Always our CBSE, our material thinking, how it goes, no. उनका क्या है रे बड़े पोस्ट देके मटेरियली दे हैव सीन बिग व्यूज. अभी उनको स्पिरिचुअलिटी आने में कुछ डिफिकल्टी ही नहीं है. उनको ही डिफिकल्टी है because they have seen all the major opulences. Prabhu, for that kind of people it's very difficult. Believe me, it's very difficult for them.
Yes, surrounded by materialism, like lot of materialism.
They have just seen lot of things, and for them coming to Krishna consciousness is difficult. अपन जे मेरे जैसे मिडिल क्लास फैमिली को थोड़ा रिलेटिवली बेटर ऑप्शन है. बट ना ऑलवेज वी आर ट्यून्ड लाइक दैट, क्योंकि ना अपन का सोसाइटी जो है ना, अपन का माँ बाप का जो सोसाइटी है, अपन का रिलेटिव्स का जो सोसाइटी है, दे थिंक दे ऑलवेज गिव सक्सेस डिपेंडिंग ऑन आवर मटेरियल सक्सेस, नॉट भक्ति सक्सेस. अरे मेरा बेटा IIT किया, सुपर, मेरा बेटा माइक्रोसॉफ्ट में काम कर रहा, सुपर, अरे मेरा बेटा भक्त हुआ, सोसाइटी में वैल्यू नहीं है ना भक्त बना दो। कौन ये कुछ गलती है क्या? भक्त बन के माइक्रोसॉफ्ट काम करना गलत है क्या? डिवोटी बन के इज इट रॉन्ग टू बिकम अ सीईओ? डिवोटी बन के इज इट रॉन्ग टू बिकम अ गुड क्रिकेटर? Nothing like that, right? But still there are mostly they are not like that. But minority there are people who are prioritizing spiritual life more than material life despite opulence what they have seen. And believe me, bro, it's difficult for them. Very, very difficult for them. Yes, bro.
One thing also there, like, it's being a devotee, you can be a great cricketer. As you said, you can be a great cricketer, but one thing also which is coming in mind, I don't know, because if you are a bhakt, if you are a big bhakt, somewhere in the mind it will come that I am playing with a leather ball, which has been made by killing some animal or something. So that will also come in the mind if you are a real bhakt.
Prabhuji, now we are living in a world, there is no perfect, middle world is itself contaminated, Prabhu. We should insulate ourselves as much as possible with devotees. That's what I have been saying. Better to have devotee shield rather than, of course, among devotees also there will be differences. But it's better to have differences among the devotees rather than having differences with the outside people. Believe me. At least in the, I don't know how to say this. In your known circle, it's better to get rectified rather than the unknown circle, right? अरे ఇక్కడ అట్లీస్ట్ దెబ్బలు పడితే మనల్ని కొట్టేది, బయట దెబ్బలు కదా ఆర్నమెంట్ దెబ్బలు వాచిపోతాయి. బాహర్ it is too much. Better to have be in devotional circle, have difference among the devotees and Krishna in charge. Krishna इस तरफ प्यूरिफाई करेगा, कैसे प्यूरिफाई करना है उसको प्यूरिफाई करेगा और इसको भी प्यूरिफाई करेगा. Believe me, no one is exception. Even the people or the devotees who are sitting on Vyasasana also, they have their own purificatory process, or the purificatory process will be more faster for them. But being in a insulate yourself with devotees, better. అర్థమవుతుందని చెప్పేది.
Prabhuji's question is ball, leather.
See now, Prabhuji, that's what I'm coming to. In this material world, you can't have a perfect this thing. Now I'm going in a car to my company. I'm going in a car. While going in a car, one ant is killed. Can you stop me? While going in a car, ant is coming. I have not seen it, but it got killed. Lot of microbes are getting killed. So I should worry. I know it. There are a lot of things. It's a mixture of lot of things for you. You can't perfect everything.
That is not in our control.
That's what I'm
If
saying.
we are walking also, I can get killed. But
I have to say it first. It's a playing
Follow the rules, no? You cannot.
చెప్పండి.
It's a playing badminton.
Playing badminton.
So they are using this feather shuttle.
Ah.
So the same thing is bothering me from like few days. These feathers are coming from the ducks and all. So one of the uses. Same thing is going through my mind. Can we do that or not?
Mataji, see, now it's up to Mataji, that's a good point, but the point is, Mataji, here those kind of things, if you are really a professional, now your priority is that only, right? Priority is settled. Now, with the guidance from your guru, you can go, if you are really good at the playing. Now, I get your point. We are hurting. We are killing one animal and getting the feathers, and we are playing. Same way, what are the leather ball he has taken. Now, if you are really Krishna consciousness, avoid it. And if you are really a damn good player, take suggestion from Guru, and if he permits, go ahead. I'm saying. And there are, believe me. Now, so for the same question, actually, this shares, right? Shares generally it's a kind of a gambling. As per Shastras, it is not allowed. But one person whose job is itself is that only in that what is it, NSE, Mumbai Stock Exchange.
Stock broker.
He is working as stock broker. His job is that. So he took suggestion from Guru Maharaj. What should I do? As per Shastra, it is wrong, Maharaj. And what shall I do? And Maharaj said, you allot only these many hours every day. And for that, you should do additional 16 rounds of chanting. I mean, that conscious, that's what we need guidance from Guru. We need guidance, Maharaj. We need guidance from Guru. We should understand, Maharaj. It's not Krishna consciousness is a journey where you should enjoy and do the Krishna consciousness journey. We are not, not to curb sometime whatever there is within you. It's not to curb which are there for your growth, material growth also. For your example, yes, it's not bad. It's surely not good to do it. But if you are an expert player in that, you should take guidance from your guru, whomever you consider, and play accordingly. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, we'll stop here. Yeah.
Somewhere I read that sometimes people think that if we have done something wrong, then we will do this much of round and that will be rectified. And like you are taking the rounds as a just
No, Mataji, it's not the rounds, Mataji, it's a consciousness. It's a rounds, why we are telling to, it's not me, it's Maharaj told him, because Maharaj knows him. And he knows his disciple better than me. And uska consciousness, upon sabhi se, I know, because what are the example I have taken, right? He's a senior devotee. I know the devotee. Anand Prabhu. You know Prabhu? Himanshu Prabhu? Himanshu Prabhu, you know Anand Prabhu? Anand Prabhu, you don't know? Yeah. Anand Prabhu is a very senior devotee, Mataji. A very senior devotee and is a very nice devotee. And for that devotee, Maharaj has instructed him. Because he knows, being a disciple and he is a close associate of Maharaj also. He knows him personally. So that's the reason why, as per his consciousness, Maharaj told him like that. Who knows? अगर मैं यही क्वेश्चन में महाराज के पास लेके जाता तो मुझे एटमोस्ट राइट अपफ्रंट बोल देता कि तू ये बंद कर, चुपचाप चाहे तो तू ड्राइवर बन के काम कर.
One of the 10 अपराध also. Right? Yes. So these activities on the basis of
So it's not like that, Maharaj. अगर वही प्रश्न में अपने महाराज के पास लेके जाता तो महाराज मेरा कंडीशन महाराज को तो मालूम होगा. तू भैया तू स्टॉक ब्रोकिंग छोड़ दे, तू चुपचाप ड्राइविंग कर और कोई आईटी जॉब देख ले, बस तू स्टॉक ब्रोकिंग तो मत कर.
Mataji, he is a very exalted
devotee.
Every day around 500 people
joins his Japa club.
Morning without fail, they do Japa and finish it off in the early hours.
Yeah, if you are interested, I can send you the link of.
It was not about that.
No, I got it. Yeah, I got your point, Mataji. It's not the rounds that is actually negating that act. Because that is the consciousness Maharaj is trying to bring the devotee. That solution might not be applicable for each and every devotee. It's not the rounds for negating that, not at all. And it's one of the 10 offenses what Prem Radhika was saying, that on the basis of holy names, you should not do any aparadha. Yeah, I'm stopping it here. Any other question?
One more question.
Yeah, Prabhu. Tell me, Prabhu.
Can you throw some more light on
Virakti. Prabhuji, let us not discuss. If I go ahead about Virakti, next session no one will come. Ee Virakti vindanike na pratisadde vastuni ye.